Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Wait for 2 minutes for other participants to join, and then we will start. Mm. So I hope everyone has joined. Okay. Fine. So I hope my voice is clear to you guys. Can anybody confirm, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Let me just share my screen first. Before that, let's this thing. Anything else I need to close? Let's close the things first. Yeah, I started the recording. Yeah, okay, fine. Mhm. Close. Yeah. Is my screen visible to you guys? Mm. Yes or no? Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's just start with today's discussion. And yeah, let me first let me start with the uh, okay. Just let me give you the review of what we have covered in the previous class or the last class. Okay. So yeah, first we started with discussing the syllabus. Okay, that we are going through. Okay, that we are going to be covering in this Power BI course. Okay. And then we started with defining and understanding the business intelligence. And after that, we went on to understand the high level business intelligence architecture that is widely used in the data warehouse. Okay. And then we also got to discuss about the data warehouse, I think. Yeah. And the subsets of data warehouse, that is data marts. And then we went on to discuss the different BI tools, okay, that are available for usage in the market. Okay. And also we discussed about the Power BI mobile app and the Power BI report builder, Power BI service, Power BI desktop. And once we were done with that, we discussed also about the data sets. Okay, like the data sets and the visualization rates. Yeah, I mean the meaning of this. What is the data set? What is the visualization? The tiles, reports, and all these things. Okay, and yeah, we discussed again. The next thing we have discussed about the four views in the Power BI desktop. Okay, now today. So I have just explained the overview of what are all these things which we are going to cover in very much detail. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. So now today let's start with opening the Power BI desktop. And before that, let me show you how to install the Power BI desktop in your system. Okay, I hope most of you might have already installed Power BI desktop in your system, but let me just show you that as well. Okay. So you can download and install the Power BI desktop in two ways. Please, if anyone is on unmute, you guys can please go on mute. I'm getting this some background noise. Thank you. Yeah. If you guys will have any question, you can just unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay. So yeah, what I was going to say. Yep. So there are two ways in which you can install the Power BI desktop in your system. Okay. So one way is to just go to the Microsoft Store, okay, and here you can simply go into your Microsoft Store, and there you can search for Power BI Desktop. Okay, time did I hear me out? You can search it in here, Power BI Desktop. No, no, Power BI Desktop. Yeah. So yeah, as I have already downloaded it, so it will show me like that. So you will get an install option in here, and yeah, you can click on that, and it will get started installing. Okay, and the installation is quite straightforward. There's nothing like, I mean, there is no workaround methods or something complicated things. Okay, it is very simple thing. If you click on install, it will get installed in your system, as simple as that. Okay. So you can install this Power BI desktop, and the another way to install it is you can just go to your browser and you can just search for Microsoft Power BI desktop download. Okay, and you can open this first official site of this Power BI, and you can just simply click on bottom second language. Okay, yeah, you can click on the download option. Okay, and it will get started downloading and installing. Okay, so these are the two ways by which you guys can install the Power BI desktop. Okay, now let me just open a Power
Uh,
BI desktop, new
Hello.
Power BI. Yes, yes, please go
What
ahead.
about the MacBook? Is this the same
Okay,
process?
for MacBook, there's some complications like Microsoft doesn't allow on the MacBook. Okay. You should have a window for the if you want to use the Power BI desktop. Okay, because on MacBook there is only limited things that Power BI provides. Okay, you cannot use the Power BI desktops to its full potential.
But I don't have Windows.
Okay, then you must have to use Windows emulator, like all those things. Just need to search for that. Yeah.
I have no idea about the installation.
Okay. No, but if you have a Windows now, then you can simply install it. But for MacBook, still Power BI didn't provide anything like that, which we have on the Windows. Okay, because this window is already a Microsoft product, and that's why they have only allowed onto the
Okay, so Power
this
BI
Windows.
can only be installed in Microsoft. Sorry, the Windows.
Windows, yes, yes. And there are some methods by which you can install in on Mac, okay, but that is complicated. We need to search for that, okay.
Do you have the knowledge about that? So I
I
can.
have knowledge. I- yeah, I will ping you on your number, okay. You will just ping on the WhatsApp of the Tanvir sir. We will discuss on there, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, fine. So yeah, that's the thing about the installing of the Power BI desktop. And let me just find. This is the old file which is pending. Okay, let me just close these files. Just a minute. Think there are many apps open. Just close all these apps. Just taking too much of printing. Yeah. Now let me open a new Power BI instance and we'll start. Just simply open it. Once the installation is done, you can simply open it. Okay, and as I'm doing, let me show. So today we will start with getting the data from different sources into the Power BI desktop. Okay, and first of all, let it open. It will take a few minutes and it will start here. So I will select this blank report. Okay, yeah, fine. Now, for getting the data into the Power BI desktop, okay, first it should be open. Okay, and then we have this Power BI desktop, and we are currently in the report view. Okay, like I have explained you, there are four types of views. Okay, modified cancel. So right now you cannot see anything in the table view or the model view because we haven't brought anything in here. Okay, so this will just show you as a blank. Everything will be blank as I have opened a new instance of the Power BI. Okay, so let's go get some data. And today I will show you how to connect to different kind of data from Power BI. Okay, so first of all you need to do is to bring the data into the Power BI. You can directly you should be in the Home tab. Okay, okay, and there you have an option to get the data. Okay, and once you will click on that, you will have these options. Let me just check. Someone is in the waiting area. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Sure. So we have these options. Okay, and today we will be connecting to different type of data sources, namely CSV. Then we will get the Excel workbook. Then we will connect to some of the databases like a Microsoft SQL Server and all those things, a database. Okay, and we will also check out the web database as well. Okay, so we will start with getting the data from the Excel or maybe a CSV flat file. Okay, so first of all, I will click on this get data, and initially you will be shown these many data sources. But if you click on more, okay, so what will happen is a completely new window will pop up, and here you can see there are many data sources that are available to be connected from Power BI. And right now there are more than 100 data sources, okay, through which you can get data into the Power BI. You have direct connection for that, okay, and that is one of the main reasons Power BI is uh, not one of the, but is the most widely used BI tools right now in the market. Okay, it allows you many options to connect with your data. So first of all, I will show you how to get the data, and I wanted to get the CSV file, correct? So I will just simply select this text CSV file, which you guys can see here, the options. I will click on it, and once I do that, I will click on connect option. Okay. Now it will ask me to which files you want to bring in here. So I will just simply select the files which I want to bring in. So let me just give my files. CSV. Okay, let me just bring this CSV file and I will click on open. Now it is establishing the connection. Here you can see, let it just load. Okay. So here you can see it is giving you the preview of the table, okay, that you are trying to download or you are trying to import into the Power BI. Okay, so it is basically shows you some of the basic features of this. Basically, it is trying to show you what is the column, what are the sorry, what are the column headers, and it is also showing you some of the rows. Okay, and this is not complete table. This is just based on the first 200 rows. Okay, so this is the delimiter it shows is a comma, because CSV is nothing but the comma separated value. Okay, and here once you are done with this, once you have gone through the review, okay, or the preview, okay, you can either go and select the transform data, or you can either load it. Okay, so what is the meaning of these two things? Okay, I will tell you what happens if you do either of them. Okay, so first of all, if you click on this load, okay, load data, like I'm doing right now, like let me just click on this load data. This means I am trying to get that data directly into the Power BI desktop. Okay, let it just load. Still happening in the background. Yeah. So yeah, so we are trying to get that data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so it will take some time. Let it happen. So, yeah, let me just try that again. I think there's some problem with my desktop. That's why I'm not getting that. Just just bring that again. So what we were trying to bring in text CSV, order CSV. Just open it again. So I was trying to load this data. And It will take some time because as huge as your data will be, it will take some time as per the size of your data. Okay, just happen.
So from where data is coming?
The data is coming from that Excel file, sorry, CSV file.
And that CSV file from where it is coming?
I have stored that CSV file into my system.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a raw
Like,
data.
yes, it's a raw data. I've shown it to you now. Like I have clicked on this get data and then I have selected that
Okay,
CSV file, and then it will give me the option that which file you want to bring in.
okay,
So I
okay.
have selected that path. Yeah. Then using Power BI on personal system. Any questions? Like, questions? Don't know what it is taking so much of time. Shouldn't take this much of time.
There is a pop-up message now
No, no, no.
of I
It will disappear once that loading is completed. Okay. It is just showing that it is being in loading those data. This generally doesn't make it doesn't take this much of time. No, there's some problem with the Power BI or the system. Let me just do one more thing. Let me just open it again because I was using something before the classes, and that's why I think due to that it is not getting that data into this. Let me just do one more thing. Just close this window. Start changes. Taking too much time. Power BI. Okay, I don't know where this node is going to, which continue to just close this, close this notepad as well. Okay, fine. Hmm. I think, I hope this time it should work now. Then we Microsoft Power BI Fabric, I don't need what's better. Yep. Let me just bring that again. There's some system problem. Sorry for that. Try to bring it again. See, I will click on this get in data and I will select this text CSV, and it is asking me that which file you want to bring in. So I have selected this order CSV and I hope this time it should bring it. Okay. So click on this. Everything is fine in here. Let me click on this load data. Okay, yeah. Now it is creating a connection. So now it is loading it into our Power BI desktop directly. Okay. And I will show you one thing here. So see what we are getting here. It is showing me the error. Okay. That it is telling me that you have an error in your document which you are trying to bring in. Okay. And errors are due to the fact that there are certain transformations which are required in order to get into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so if I will click on view errors, okay, so if I will click on view errors, it will take me to where? It will take me to the Power Query editor. Okay, if you guys remember in the last class, I have explained you what is the Power Query editor. I will just show you what the Power Query editor looks like. Okay. So see, it will take me in here into the Power Query editor and it will ask me to correct your error, and then again if you will close and apply, then all those data will be successfully uploaded onto your Power BI desktop. Okay, so let me just show you that another thing. Okay, so this is a way of using the load data. Okay, so let me just close this and I will show you what happen if I will use the transform data. Okay, I will just discard this one now. Yes. And let me just bring it again and I will show you what happen if I will use the instead of using the load data, if I will use the transform data. Okay, so yeah, here we have in here. Okay, so it is asking me again load and transform data. So if I will now if I will click on this transform data, so let me just click on this transform data. So it will not give me the error, okay, but it will directly take me to this window. Okay, now can anyone tell me that what is this window? So in the demo class, I have shown you this window and I have explained you or told you what this window is.
Power Query Editor.
Correct. So this is the Power Query editor where we will do the transformation. So once I clicked on the transform data, then it will take me to the see here you guys can see we have two windows open for the Power BI. So the first one is the Power BI desktop and this one is the Power Query editor. Okay. So once you will do click on that transform data, then all the data uh, will be redirected to the Power Query editor like it has happened in here. Is this clear? First of all, tell me. Or should I explain this again?
Clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Clear. Everyone, is this clear?
Can you please repeat this?
Okay, sure, not an issue. See, let me just close this and I will explain it to you again. Okay, let me just discard these changes. Okay, so see, I have clicked on this get data. I have clicked on this text CSV. Okay, and here I have selected this file. Okay, which I want to bring in. Okay, it contains some data and I just want to bring into the Power BI desktop. And I will click on open. Now, here we have two options. Okay, and first of all, let me show you right now only Power BI desktop is open. Yes or no? Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, Power BI desktop window is only open. Okay, and if you have a correct data, okay, which doesn't have any error, and if you will click on this load data, no, it will just simply load all the data into the Power BI desktop. It will not redirect you to the Power Query editor, okay, where we do the transformation. But this data set have some errors. Okay, And if you will click on this load data, okay, so it will show you the error that hey, you have some errors, you cannot load it directly into the Power BI desktop. But if you have any good refined data, or the data which doesn't have any errors, then it will be simply loaded into the Power BI desktop without going into the Power Query editor. Okay, this is the function or the feature of this load data. It will directly load the data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, that is the first thing. And this thing, the second thing is that transform data. Okay, so whenever you will click on this transform data, it will not it will not ask you that you are getting this error and anything else. It will directly take you to the Power Query editor. This is what I want to explain. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so see, if I will click on transform data, it will redirected me where? It will redirected me to the Power Query editor. Okay, so that's the use of the transform data. Okay, we generally use that transform data. Okay, because might be there will be some errors, and if you click on load, then it will show you the that your data has some errors. Then again you have to click on view errors, and it will again redirect you to the Power Query editor. Okay, so uh, to yeah, skip that part. You can just directly click on the transform data, and here you can just correct your data, and then just if you will close and apply, then after doing all the transformations, that data will be, this window will get closed and it will be loaded into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so I hope this is clear now.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me just close it, and let me just show you one more thing. Now I will try to bring the Excel file. Okay, I will not save this. Okay. So what I will do is I will again go into the get data, and this time I will select this Excel workbook. Okay. So the way to do it, you can either select this from here, or you can go to the more option, and from there you can select. And also we have an alternative option here. This is Excel workbook. You can directly click on here, and it will ask you the which Excel workbook you want to bring in. So as I have clicked on that, so I will select this Excel workbook, sample superstore. Okay, and I will click on open. Okay, now let it just go. So yeah, so as soon as I click on open, so now what will happen? Let it just, okay, yeah, it will take me to the Excel workbook, and it will ask me, it will not take me to the Excel workbook. It will open a new pop-up, and it will ask me what all sheets in that particular Excel workbook I want to bring in. Okay. Like if I will click on this orders, it will show me the preview. I will show this returns, it will show me this preview. Okay. So it will give me the option that what are the sheets you want to bring in from that Excel workbook. Okay. Are you guys getting me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So here, what you can do is you can select all of them. Okay. Okay. If you want, you can whatever sheets you want to bring in, you can do as per your convenience or the requirement. Here, I will select all these sheets I want to bring into the Power BI desktop. And now I will show you something. So here again, we have two options, load and transform data. Okay. So what I will do is I will just simply click on, what should I click on?
Transform data.
Transform data. Okay. If there are some errors, again, it will give you the sum of the errors. Okay. If I will click on the transform data, it will directly take me to the Power Query editor. But if I will click on load, okay. So if there will be an error, it will show me the error. Okay. But right now, we are concerned about the importing the data into the Power BI. So let me just click on this load, okay, and I will show you what will happen. So see, if your data doesn't have any errors, okay, so what it actually does. See, can you guys see something? Have you got any errors?
No.
No.
Have you been redirected to the Power Query editor?
No.
No. So that is the feature of load. So if you will click on load, and if there will be no errors in your data set, it will just directly load all the data into the Power BI desktop. It will not take you to the Power Query editor to transform that or correct that. So I hope the difference between load and transform data is clear to you guys. Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm not getting much
Yes, sir.
responses. I think you guys are not understanding about. Please tell me. I think there are 10 participants, I think. Okay,
Yes, sir. Understand.
okay, great, great. So yeah, so this is how to get the data from the Excel data source. Okay. Now let me show you how to connect to the databases. Okay. And for example, let's say we have to connect to SQL Server. Then how to do that? Okay. So the first thing to be noted is your SQL Server should be up and running in order to get the data from the SQL Server. Okay. So let me open. Okay, I have already opened that SQL Server. Let me just refresh it. Okay, so this is my SQL Server. Okay, and I have kept it open. Oh, yeah. So I just want to bring the data from this database. Okay. Now, to get the data from the SQL Server or any other database, so what you have to do is you just need to click on Get Data. Okay. And in here, if I will go to the more, okay, so we have many options for different databases. Like we have Oracle database and IBM DB2 database, SQL Server analysis, and all these things. Okay, but I just want to show you one of the database from where we can bring it. So I will just use this SQL Server database, and I will click on Connect. So now once you will click on Connect, you need to enter the server name and the database that you want to get in. Okay, so when you will open your database, uh, at the starting it will show you the server name, and here my server name is Ingenious, something like that. Okay, so I will mention in that here. Okay, and the database, or which database I want to bring in, I have to mention exactly same name. Okay, so that database will be there in the SQL Server, and if I will, you just have to whatever database you want to bring in, you just have to mention the exact name, the same name into or there. Okay, so for now, let me just let me bring in AdventureWorks 2014. Okay, so this is what I want to bring into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so I will just mention it AdventureWorks 2014. Okay, and let it be default by import. We will discuss about this import and direct query. Okay, let it be just import. Right now I'm just showing you how to bring in data. Okay, then I will click on OK. This will work, and it will take a bit of time. Yeah, and yeah, you will be greeted with this window, and here basically it is showing the number of tables or views or the store procedures. Okay, so all those things will be available here that are there in the, that are present in this database. Okay, whatever is present in this database will be shown in here, that which file you want to bring in from that particular database. Okay, so yeah, and here we have the preview as well for each and every options. You can see preview is evaluating. You can even review it before uploading into the Power BI desktop. Okay, so let me just, for example, let me just bring certain tables. Like for example, let me just bring some small tables. Okay, I just don't want to bring some small tables. Let me think. So this sales table. Oh, okay, let me just bring this. And let me just bring this. We have the review of these tables, and also let me just bring something like the let it be these two tables. Okay, so if I have selected these two tables I want to bring into the Power BI desktop. So if I do that and if I will click on load, okay, then let me just evaluate. Okay. It will take some time to bring the data from the databases. Spreadsheet as well. Still evaluating. So if you are doing these things in any organizations where you have a good internet connection or the different licensing of the Power BI, then it will work very fine and fast. Okay, but nonetheless, and it depends on the database speed as well, how it is performing. So it will just take few minutes and it will get loaded. So meanwhile it is loading. Anyone have any question? Whatever we have discussed till now? Yes or no? No response I'm getting. Am I audible? Guys,
Yes,
you guys can
but
please make this class interactive. Okay. Yeah, you are
uh,
saying something. Yeah.
actually, Power BI is very new for me, so I'm just
Mm-hmm.
digesting everything because I don't know anything about Power BI.
No, it's too simple. Okay, it is too simple. It is simpler than that. Whatever you are, I think you are in the SQL batch as well. Yes or
Yes,
no? Yeah,
yes.
it is simple than that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't be afraid of this Power BI. Okay.
Also, here we need to use a queries, right, for to extract the
Yes, that option is also available, but that is rarely used. Yeah.
Okay.
I will show that as well. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, we can use the queries to bring in the data as well. Okay, that is in the advanced option. I will show that as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So see, both those tables have been imported into our Power BI desktop. Can you guys see this? These two tables. These have been brought from where? From the database itself. Okay. Like let me just show you in the table view. We have all the data in here, which we have brought in here. Okay. So this is the way to bring the data into the Power BI from SQL. Okay. SQL database or SQL server. Okay. But there's more to it. Let's say you want to write the query as Priya said. Yes, Priya, right? Okay. Who asked the question for the writing the query? Priya, you said no. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's that option available as well. Okay. Let me just show it to you. So while bringing in the data, you have to write the query, and let me just show you. And you want to bring only some columns, or let's say some filtered data, not the whole table. Okay. Like let me just show you. Now let's, for example, if I want to, I am this sales order details table. Okay. And here from this table, I want to bring in only the number of records where let's say this order quantity, okay, is greater than 10. Okay, I just want to bring only those data which have order quantity greater than 10. Now you can see here this is order quantity column, and what I want to do is I want to get in the records only where the order quantities are greater than 10. And I I hope you people have basic knowledge of SQL. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like how to select the things and all this thing. Like select queries I'm talking about, and the where clause you can use. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And I
Yes.
get response from everyone. So no, so that I can proceed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's a very simple one. That is a select a star from select table where order quantity is greater than 10. That query we will going to use. So and that's what we will do. And for that, I will again go in here, and I will click on the get data, and I will click on this SQL server, and I will again have to mention that from which database I just want to bring in. It is Ingenious, and the database from which I want to bring in, I have to mention that as well. So Adventure Works 2014, and that is correct. And now you have here this advanced option. Okay. And in advanced option, what you can do is basically you can write the SQL query. Okay, here itself. Now let me write that myself. Okay, so I want only the records where the order quantity is greater than or equal to 10. So let me write the query for that. Select star. Anyone wants to help me in this?
From table name.
From table name, correct. The table is, I think, this one, sales order detail. Sales sales order detail. Okay. And then
Where
what
con-
should I use?
where
Where
condition.
clause. Correct. And the column name was, I think, order QTY. Is that what we have in there? Offer order QTY, I think. Might be this will be wrong. Let me see. And it should be greater than 10. Okay. fine. And I don't know. Okay, yeah, fine. And now what I will do is I will click on OK. So see. Now again, see the table is ready to load, but the important thing to be noted here is that if I click on this load, okay, and it will evaluate, let it just evaluate, then we will see the table once it is loaded, okay. So Power BI is very easy. Don't worry about that. That it is, yeah. We have to use some logics in the DAX, but that is easy as well. And the DAX functions while using the DAX function. Okay. So,
Sir, why all
hmm.
the table were evaluating?
So because all the tables are connected to that database. Okay. Each and
Okay.
every time you will refresh or evaluate, it will evaluate all the tables which are related to this data SQL server or the database. Okay.
So, sir, it take time, na? There is no
Yeah.
option to one.
No. Yeah. Yes, it will take some time, but here you can see it is taking time because I'm using it at home and with my network. Okay. But if you
Oh,
will do this in organization, it will perform very fast. Okay.
okay,
If the size is small and all. Okay. So yeah, and this also depends on I'm using here a free version. Okay. And there we have four options, four license. Okay. That is free, pro, and then premier and premium, and then there is one also embedded. Okay. So the embedded is the top one. Well, let me just show you. It is okay. It is not opening here. Okay. So yeah, it depends on that as well. Okay,
okay, sir.
the license which you are using. And yeah, and also I will share a link to create an account, okay, of the Power BI work account. So you guys can do that as well. You have to create that. You can follow that video and you can create. Let me just show you. Let it just load. It's still loading. Also giving it. Yeah. So now the data has been loaded, and now you guys can see in here we have this query one. As we have brought that data by writing the query, so it will mention a query one. Okay. Now here, if I will show you into the table view, okay, and if I will go to this query one, and if I will open this drop down, okay, now you guys can see each and every data is greater than 10. Can you see this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the bottom line is you can write the SQL queries as well while importing the data into the Power BI desktop from the databases. Okay. The query will work only only when you are bringing the data from the databases. Okay. I hope this is clear how to bring the data from the Microsoft SQL Server. I've shown you both the methods, like if you are bringing all the tables and even if you are using the query. Is that clear? Yes or no? So,
Yes, sir.
what about all others? No response from you guys. Okay, okay, fine. Now, just a second, just a second. Someone at the door. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. There was someone at the door. Okay. Now, let me also connect to some of the web database also. Okay. Let me show you that as well. Let's say if I want to bring some data from the web database. Okay. So let me open the file first. Right. Okay, let me just check where I have kept the. Sorry. I kept that file somewhere here. PDF files. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then we have this link. Okay. We have to provide the link while bringing the data from the web database. Okay. So I will just click on this get database and I will click on more and yeah.
What does that link does?
I will show you. That link is for the database which are present onto the website. Okay. I'm trying to get the data from the uh, database which is located at the website or the browser. Okay. So that link will help me to get those data. Okay. Let me just show you that link as well on the browser. So see if I will just click on worldpopulationreview.com. So see here they have the data in here. Okay, can you see this? Yes or no? Tell me. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Please respond, guys. Make this class interactive. Okay. Otherwise, mm, I will just go on speaking and
And
nobody will understand. Then yeah. Oh, yeah, fine. So what I'm trying to show that I will just trying to show you to get the data from the web database. Okay, that is present on the web. Okay, the databases which are present on the web. So to connect with that, what I have went into this get data. Okay. and and here we have the option, like, let me just show you. We have the option of something like web. Here it is one. Point is not showing here. See web and all this thing. JSON folder PDF. No. Yeah, here we can see web. Can you guys see this? I will just select it. Okay, and I will just click on connect. So now it will directly ask me the URL from where I want to bring the data, and if I will mention that URL, okay, and then if I will click on OK to see what happens. So it is trying to connect with the website or the web database, and it will get loaded. Establish connection. It is establishing the connection. So I will share all these things, the files and all these things, so that you guys can practice on that after this class. And bringing the data is quite simple. Whatever I have shown, yeah, you can just use this get data, and whatever these databases you want to bring in from, you can just select that, and yeah, that, and this next step you can do. Okay, so now as I have used the web database, so that is, I think, you know, this is trying to show me the preview. Okay, let it just load. Step. Connecting with the website. Yeah, okay, fine. So now if you see here are certain tables that you can get from that particular website as well. Okay, so that website basically gives us the population growth rate through the years. Okay, so let me get one or two tables from here. Let me just select two, three. Okay, so I can select whatever the tables I want into my Power BI desktop, and then I will just simply click on load. Okay, so that will start loading into my Power BI desktop. Okay, so yeah, so these are the different kind of data sources which we have connected. There are a few more sources. Okay, like there's a SharePoint, and there's also some of the other databases like Oracle DB. You can get the data from all those databases into the Power BI by using the method that I just showed you. Okay, and let it just evaluate. Yes. Let it just evaluate, and I will show you something. If you are doing the import, like bringing the Excel and CSV file, that will not take much time. But yeah, connecting to the databases or the web databases, this will take some time to get loaded. Okay, just is it loaded? Still loading. Okay, it's loading the data. Okay, so that is loaded as well. Okay, okay, my internet connection is not still.
ले रोटी बना रहे
You
हो तो खा
can.
लो रोटी, नाश्ता तो बनाया नहीं तूने कुछ।
Are you saying something? Vivek,
No, sorry. It's
any question? Okay. So see, we have those two tables here as well, table 2 and table 3, which we have brought in here. And let me just show you. So yeah, we have. So yeah, we have seen multiple of ways to, not ways. We have seen multiple data sources to bring in. Okay. So yeah, we have brought these CSV files, Excel worksheet, SQL Server, and we have all these other options as well. We have seen the web database as well. Okay. So that's the thing about this. And now let's just try. Okay. And yeah, so that's about bringing the data from different sources. Okay. And there is different storage modes in Power BI. And this is also called as different import modes. Okay. So there are different ways to get in the data into the Power BI. Okay. I'm not talking about the different sources now. I am talking about the ways in which you bring the data into the Power BI. Okay. So these are the different sources, okay, from where we have brought the data. But what I'm going to discuss now, I'm just going to discuss now the different ways to bringing the data. Okay. Don't get confused with these two. The getting the data from the different sources and the ways to get the data. Okay, shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, let me show you what I mean when I'm talking about the storage modes in Power BI. Let me just go to the Power. So for that, let me just open a new instance. Okay, so that you will get a clarity on this. Okay, wait, open or not? I'm just getting it. Low system is on May 5th, the online final question. Connected. Just load that this point. Okay, I think I have opened multiple data Power BI data. Just close some of select the blank reports. And here, let me just show you one more thing. Now here, if you see, just first of all, let me bring the data from the database. Okay, like let me just select the SQL server, and here I will mention my server name, Genius. Okay, and I will mention here adventure works 2019. Okay, I'm trying to bring the data from the 2019 database, which is present in my what in my database. Okay, so now here, if you see that we have two options available here. Okay, for data in data connectivity mode. So one is import mode and another is direct query mode. Okay, the import mode is given by default, but what happens if you click on direct query mode? Okay, so we have seen how import mode works. Okay, in the previous file, like in this file, like I have brought these two tables and it have imported these two tables. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but now this time what I will do is I will not use this import mode. Okay, and instead of import mode I will use the direct query. Okay, so I will just select this direct query, and what I will do, let me just show you. And if I will click on OK, okay, let it just load. So it is asking me again to bring in the certain table. So if I select certain table, so just I just want to bring this few tables in here. Okay, I can just previous evaluating. I think today's my connection is not that good. That's why it is taking too much time. I just need to check with my operator. Okay. Just next time to evaluate. So let me just click on load. Let's see when. Okay. So 9 changes. Right. Just refresh this. Take time. Yes. Start these changes. Let me bring that again. For ingenious and then add check works 2019, and I'll use the direct query mode and click on OK. And let me just select some tables. So start Currency, that is fine. Order details. We'll start customer, that is also fine. Let it just load. That is taking too much time. Connecting to databases is time taking process. Maybe there is some problem. Before this class, everything was perfectly was working perfectly fine. It is creating some problem. Let's check the database. Okay, yeah, fine. The preview has been evaluated. It is working now. I just want to show you what the Power BI desktop will look like when we are trying to import the when we are trying to get the data by using the direct query import. Okay, to just load. Else I have to check in why it is not getting in here. Just click on refresh again. Why did it do- It will take some time. Let's do one thing. Let it just upload. I think it is taking some time. I don't know the reason. I have to check that. Let it just upload, and we will discuss this direct query mode tomorrow. Okay, we can do that thing. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, I think there's some operator problem or the network connection problem from my side. Okay, I will try to rectify that and will solve that issue. Okay, so let's connect tomorrow and we will discuss this direct query mode and the difference between the import mode and the direct query mode. And there is one more mode, that is composite mode. Okay, so all those things we will discuss tomorrow, and and I will try to start the Power Query editor from tomorrow, the hands-on thing. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, then let's connect tomorrow. Till then, bye and take care. And I will share the files in the WhatsApp group of us, and yeah, you guys can go through that for practice as well. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, welcome.